Hello everyone, Granite Roots here. Tonight is our Mars Guild's midweek squad kind of havoc run, and this video is more dedicated to, I almost call it like a blooper reel, but not really. We were just fighting outnumbered all night. We didn't have a whole lot of wins, but we're going to have a whole lot of learning watching this video, seeing what we did wrong and could have done differently, but we are fighting outnumbered almost all night. So this is a good way for us to review our tactics and see how we can better fight against outnumbered enemies. And I started off on my thief, because, you know, that's what I've been working on, a sword dagger thief, because usually on a Thursday night we don't encounter huge groups like we do tonight. So at first I tried that, not so well. Now I'm trying to do a little bit of support with Spectre, which I haven't done much, which wasn't really a good idea. I need more practice on that. And with the kind of dynamic movement we do in our guild with our fights, I don't know if this is going to be a good one because of placement and mobility. But either way, I appreciate my commander and team letting me try new things. So after this fight, I'm going to go back to... You can see we're just horribly outnumbered, but that won't stop us. We'll take any fight. That's how you learn. Here we're going to get immobilized and melted down and just bombed right here. This small group coming up here to take care of our trebs, and they took care of us also. As you can see, I was still on Thief. At this point I swapped to something more useful, support, went to Spellbreak Healer, so we got bubbled, maybe hopefully manage some of the boons and projectiles. And I like it because it's a tanky build. We just fighting this lord, and this other group came in and is defending their lord. Of course I have a golem. And you're going to see we're actually going to push them back out and seemingly get control. We will actually have brief control of this room. But then they're going to kind of just get more reinforcements and they're going to steamroll us in a minute. But I think this is a really good way of pushing them out. I think we did a good job with that. At this point we have 10 in our squad, and we had helped out another squad. I'm not sure how many they had, but it certainly helped with the numbers a little bit. You can see here we're just kind of finishing off downs. We're going to go back to the Lord in a second. Also get rid of that golem. Golem's almost gone. There it goes. Okay, you can see a few out in the doorway. No major threat at this time. We still have enemies kind of running in by ones and twos every so often, just try and slow us down. And it looks like, hey, they're almost gone if you look up through the hallway. But if you keep looking, you see some little blue tabs. See the enemies there, they're starting to come in. They had the emergency waypoint up, so they're starting to pour in now. And now they're gathering, and then you're going to see this big swarm of ants right out there. It's going to look like somebody kicked over an anthill when we push to the outside. And of course, we're going to be clouded and destroyed. And here we go, we're going to push. And we're going to get through that mess. And they just keep coming. And I don't want Bob to be my uncle anymore, because Bob just got me killed. So Bob can be your uncle. Alright, this one was cool, a little break in the action. I was waiting for my squad to come back. Saw one of my allies getting teamed up on. So come down, I'm gonna res him. Got another one of my allies coming in to help as well. We're gonna get him off the ground. I'm gonna do some heals. So he's still low. So I'm gonna go over and give him some health. Boom. And then we're gonna put this guy down. And that is that. And of course, my friend is thankful, and I appreciate that. Okay, now we're going to try and push these guys out of our tower. See, we got pulled a little bit, and they're just going to watch how much they outnumber us. We have 10 people, maybe a couple randos with us, but they're going to come out in a big steamroller, just push us right over. So I don't usually post a lot of losses, but my commander asked me to post this because he wanted to review it, and I think it's good too. I mean, You learn more by being on the struggle bus, I think, than by just sliding through your day. And I've learned a lot just between editing and watching this and rewatching this, watching how I could use my Condi clears a little bit better in a more timely fashion, or maybe placing the bubble. And here you're going to see a big mistake. I'm just going to jump into this crowd. I deserve to be destroyed. So I tend to do some Leroy Jenkins stuff, so I got to reel that in. So again, this is learning also for me. So I always get the benefit of reviewing these, but I think my commander's right. They don't, because I only usually post the highlights of the wins. And it is good to know what works, but it's also good to know what doesn't work and how to make it work. Alright, so this one, we're back at the keep. Again, the opponent's coming in to defend their keep. Guy's got a dragon banner, so watch out for that. And I think I did pretty good. Again, look at me, I'm overextending a bit. I need to stay closer to tag. So that's another area I need to work on, because how can I heal the group as a healer when I'm off the group? And that's some of my roaming tendencies I got to overcome. So I always love a good fight. But again, what I do appreciate, even though watching this, look how just, if I run this build right, it's actually pretty tanky and it's got a lot of survival to it. And I probably shouldn't stand in a bubble, because that lowers my boons. So what we noticed to this point is we could get downs, but we couldn't finish the downs. And so coming up pretty soon, you're going to see I'm going to change Winds of Change to battle standards, so we can start getting rid of those downs and maybe even some clutch reses, which you'll see I'll do a bit later on. Now here I am standing in that dragon banner AoE. So I realized it, but a little too late. It took down half my bar. And again, survivability on this build is really, really good if I play it right. Okay, here they were jumping down on top of us. This was a good example right here. I still have bubble, but you see how we have downs already right away. But you're gonna watch, they just kind of sit there. One, we're not throwing enough AoE on them because we're trying to scatter from the hornet's nest that's coming out. Two, they're able to get, I don't have a battle standard to down them. Nobody's going to down them. That's one of the things I liked about Thief, is I could port over there and do it real quick with stealth. But again, it is what it is. I'm running support, which I think is a better move anyway. And I think that guy might have eventually died, but the other couple were able to be resurrected. So that is that. But overall, we still, as long as we stay together, did a better job kind of staying closer to tag this time. All in all, if I can keep people healed, we do alright. I just gotta stay on the group. And it's only a matter of time before they get melted down, but I am actually able to escape this chaos, which is really pretty cool. They almost had me there. Some kind of, was it Guardian Scepter 4 or whatever? Throwing that on me, but I do get away. Although I'd rather win the fight, but it's kind of nice when you get away. Okay, we're going to pull around the corner to some traps we previously laid. We're going to pop over here and just burst into them and then watch them scatter. I don't think we did a good job with their scattering, handling that, because what they do is see all the AoEs they drop, they scatter. We're running around trying to figure something out, so we needed to work on some more cohesiveness and maybe find a target, focus the target down, and then move as a group that way. And obviously try to stay out of AoEs, although for this it was hard. It was just like everybody on their team was an AoE, dropping wells and all sorts of traps and stuff. Okay, I'm going to use my, not here, in a second I'm going to use my battle standard. Probably could use it there, but I was trying to save it for downs. And then up over on the corner, commander's going to go down. I'm going to use my battle standard. And this time, being off group, you saw me on the corner there, I was immobilized and stuck. That was why I kind of got off group that way. But again, see the effect it has. Whether I'm squirreling on purpose or the opponent's got me pinned down, gotta stay on group. Okay, here we go. Finally gonna get a win. We finally have somewhat even numbers. We're gonna come with this, help out this tag in fire keep. We're gonna help them push. And so that's also not to say that, you know, the Spectre heal build I was using isn't good. It just, when you're outnumbered, it's not good. This warrior build is probably better outnumbered, has more survivability. I'm going to try some other stuff again. I've only gone about halfway through my healing section of doing a whole series on healing, so I'll still be doing more. I still need to do Druid and maybe Vindicator or Revenant or whatever, or that. So they tried to come in, we're going to push them back. Big explosion. I think we had them outnumbered here on that little group. And you can see me use Battle Standard correctly. Yay! We had like 3+ downs. So I felt pretty good about finally being able to do that more in a timely fashion, noting those downs rather than just not seeing them. And this is the end of our video. So it was definitely a night on the struggle bus, but I think we learned a lot. I learned a lot just watching through this, talking with you guys. So that's stuff to learn there. And I'm sure our commander will get more out of this. He's very good at picking up on stuff that we could do better. Either way, hopefully this wasn't too boring for you. Hope it was interesting and helpful, and hope you all have a most excellent day.